Peace and prosperity and progression to the family. Look, if 1% of the population controls over 50 to 90% of the available wealth on the planet, then that means that nearly half to almost all of the wealth that's available on the planet is privatized. It's private money. Meaning that the absence of wealth is public. That means that poverty is by design. If wages are intentionally stagnated while the economy grows, while the prices of goods and services grow, then that means that wage stagnation is by design. Poverty is by design. When you stagnate wages, you incapacitate people. You disable them from being able to protect and provide from their families. If it's harder to make a living, if it's harder to survive, if it's harder to get the things that were already difficult to get in the past, poverty is by design. So this is something that you should know. You should not be ashamed of being broke, because being broke is not your fault. All wealth is inherited. All wealth must be transferred from a place of abundance to a place of scarcity. All wealth is inherited whether one person gives it to you, two people give it to you, three people give it to you, or a million customers do. All poverty is by design. You're designed to be broke. So in order for you to not be poor, you have to disrupt the current design that you're in. Meaning that you are absolutely fucked 110% if you do not have your own business, are not striving to build your own business, or not striving and partnering with existing businesses to increase the value of those businesses. The only way you're going to achieve freedom is if you are a business owner or you are a partner, a high value strategic partner to a business owner. So partner up. If you don't know how to run a business, start a business, you know how to do something. You have skills, you have knowledge, you can always develop skills and learn knowledge. Contribute to a business. In fact, increase the value of your contribution to a business by partnering up with other people that want to do the same thing. Why don't you partner up with other partners and form a team of partners that can contribute and add value to a business? That's a way to disrupt the poverty cycle. I'm not fucking with my mom. I'm not fucking with my dad. I'm not fucking with most of this older generation, because they're just fucking lost. They're brainwashed. They're conditioned. They're complacent. And they're uncomfortable, but they're not comfortable enough to do anything about it. You know, going out and spending money on dinners when there's nothing in the fridge. At least fill up the fridge first before you go and buy, spend money on somebody else's restaurant. You're making other people rich, but ain't nobody in your home rich. You ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my mom made $1 million over the course of 20 years at her job, if she made $1 million total and has nothing to show for it, what does that tell you? The 10% rule is you save 10% of everything you earn. So if you made $1 million over the course of 20 years, you should have a bare minimum 100 grand cash. That cash should be that cash should have been in the motherfucking compound interest account. That should be like fucking 210 grand by now. 160 minimum. This is what I'm saying. It's people's mindsets, people's attitudes. People don't want to fucking work together because people's minds all fucking screwed up, and we're devaluing the men in our society. We're devaluing the men in the society, and we're not meeting the needs of women. It's just fucking crazy. But that's another fucking topic. I wanted to keep this shit motherfucking short. But, don't be ashamed of being broke. You feel me? Don't be ashamed. This shit is by design. You're supposed to be broke. They want you to be broke. And in fact, if everyone's wages are being stagnated, then what the government is doing is they're intentionally making people poor. Right? Why do you think these storage centers are being built? These storage centers where you store your stuff. It's for evictions. It's to capitalize off of the evictions that are going to be happening. That's the only reason why you build, businesses go out of business. They need storage to put their inventory. Renters and leasers default on the rent. They're going to need to move out and move their stuff into a storage center for the time being. This is why all this shit is being built. And that's what's happening here right now in Hackensack, New Jersey. 3 brand new storage facilities just went up. That's no motherfucking coincidence. Got brand new luxury apartments going up. People are migrating from New York into New Jersey because New Jersey has a slightly lower cost of living than New York. So it's going to be New Yorkers living in New Jersey right across the water from New York, And everyone's getting pushed back away from the ocean. Everyone's getting pushed east. Everyone's getting pushed west. Everyone's getting pushed west out in California. Everyone's getting pushed east out on the East Coast. But that's what it is, man. I'm sick and tired of seeing motherfuckers broke, struggling, and poor. Mostly everybody around you is broke, struggling, and poor. And this music and shit is like crack. That's the new dope. You feel me? We vibing to it. We knocking our heads to it, but it doesn't do anything for us. Young Thug and motherfucking Future and Lil Wayne, as amazing as these artists are, as incredible as Lil Uzi is, these motherfuckers ain't teaching you how to get a bag. They just flashing their money. It's entertainment. But y'all give them all y'all motherfucking attention. You know what I'm saying? This bullshit these older generation motherfuckers be watching on the news and listening to on the radio, that's not teaching you how to do anything, how to level up. That's just talking about problems and shit and making you afraid. And there's a lot of people just randomly giving you information, but they're not showing you the step-by-step of how to actually apply it. Men need a step-by-step process. Women could naturally intuit things, because women are naturally supposed to follow what men are doing. But if men don't know what the fuck they're doing, then it's all fucked up. We've made this world, we've made it this way. We've allowed it to get this fucking way. I mean, not me in particular. I'm a fucking victim. You feel me? I'm a victim of being a victim. But collectively, we got selective memory. Anyways, I'm out. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going to really post these videos or not, because sometimes I don't even want to fucking post them, but I need to show people this, because a lot of people make it to the fucking top and they say, oh, I came from this, I came from that, but where's the fucking evidence? Where's the proof? Because there might be certain people that can learn from this person at a high level, but they're not going to be able to relate to you unless you show them different chapters of your motherfucking life. This chapter right now is I'm motherfucking broke. I ain't got nothing on me, but guess what? I got business plans in action. I got shit that I'm carrying out. I'm operating off my own energy. I'm operating off my own willpower. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's fucking helping me. Nobody sees my vision, but everybody's eyes is open, but nobody see my vision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking, but not a lot of people listening. They ain't really hearing me. Everybody got ears, but they ain't hearing me. Most motherfuckers are broke, and most motherfuckers ain't about no motherfucking action, including the people closest to you. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? I don't need you in my motherfucker. I don't need to be talking to you if we ain't making no fucking money together. I don't need to be talking to you if we ain't helping each other in some capacity on a high level, because if I keep talking to you, we're gonna stay in the same spot we was last year. Nigga, I'm here to level up, nigga. And if you ain't motherfucking serious about that, nigga, good riddance, nigga. Feel me? We don't have to be enemies just because we ain't speaking, nigga. Just go live your fucking life, but don't distract me from what I have to do if you don't have the intention to support my cause. And carve out a way for me to support your cause. This is about having mutually beneficial relationships. If you got money right now and I don't, nigga, give me some motherfucking money. When I get my shit right, it's gonna come back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? If you got the knowledge right now and I don't, nigga, give me that motherfucking knowledge. When I get my knowledge up, it's gonna come back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? If you got the connections right now and I don't got the connections right now, send me those motherfucking connections. And make sure you ain't just fucking, swapping numbers. No. Properly introduce people to each other. Hey, this is Brian James. Brian James does business development. Brian James does projects for businesses. Right now, he's focused on doing digital marketing for restaurants and running ads for restaurants. He's focused on grabbing up restaurant franchises of 3 to 5 locations and up, for his marketing business. You know what I'm saying? He does this and he has opportunities like, Let's get motherfucking specific, motherfucker. Let's get technical and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's even more of a pressing situation for black people because, man, like, we ain't got shit, man. The richest, most powerful, and wealthiest industry on the entire planet is the private equity industry. Private equity is the business of buying a business, fixing a business, and selling it for a higher value. It's kind of like real estate is a business of selling property, buying property cheaply, fixing the property up and selling it at a higher value. Private equity is buying businesses, right? This private equity industry be owning other industries, entertainment industries, technology industries. Private equity, that's private wealth. That's what the 1%ers are doing with their motherfucking bag. You know what I'm saying? So, if 99.9% of the private equity industry is white folks and maybe a few Orientals, Asians and shit like that, well, what the fuck, man? That means white people own everything. Nobody that looks like us. So who can I go to for an opportunity that looks like me, right? It's going to take a higher level of self-confidence, and, you know, it's going to be so much more of a struggle for me to go outside of my community for an opportunity. And I have to go outside of my community for an opportunity because I don't have a community. I don't even have a fucking family. A family is an organized unit of people supporting each other, of people contributing to each other's lives, of people sharing and fucking caring. I don't have no family. I'm a fucking orphan. You know what I'm saying? I live with my mother, but I'm an orphan. I live with my mother, but I'm homeless. There is no home. This is just a fucking apartment. This is just some shelter. You know what I'm saying? I'm fending for myself out here just like fucking most people are. But everybody's on the fucking gram and shit, on these social networks capping. These rappers even fucking capping. These rappers ain't got what they say they fucking got. They fucking capping. You feel me? They just talking shit over a fucking beat. They don't own their own fucking shit like that. Nigga, Universal Music Group, these motherfuckers got the bag. Private equity industry owns the fucking music, hip-hop. It's what they say. You know what I'm saying? It's what they say. They want you to put certain shit out because it's all a fucking game. You don't never hear white folks talking about killing each other and robbing each other and shooting each other up, man. They don't talk about that shit. Me and my nigga was trying to shoot a fucking video for his video the other day. A dude pulled up, random dude. We didn't even know him. He was like, hey, let me be in the video. You feel me? I'm all nervous and shit because my nigga got his bag out, his bands and shit in his hands. And I'm thinking this dude coming up trying to, on some shady shit, trying to mug us. Because I don't been mugged before. We all got mental illnesses in the black community. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga mug you or rob you, you feel me? You always gonna be fucking nervous when a nigga that look like that nigga come around. And most niggas look like niggas that's gonna rob you out here. You feel me? So you want to keep a tool on you or something, or a knife or something for protect. Like if you've been, trauma just doesn't leave the fucking brain. I was telling a broad this the other day, like stress, where does the stress go once it leaves your brain? Stress does not just disappear. When you stressed up here and then you no longer stressed in your mind no more, it means that that stress was transferred into your spinal column, because your spinal column actually absorbs the stress from your brain as a temporary stress storehouse. But what happens is when your spine reaches the max capacity for the stress and trauma it can hold, it begins leaking negative stress into your body. And so what happens is that your body becomes tense and certain nerves shut off. And because the spine is attached to your nervous system and your nervous system is attached to your organs, your body becomes tense and hard and rough and rigid and begins pinching the nerves in your body, shutting off your fucking organs. Shuts off your fucking organs. And so your fucking heart chakras, reproductive chakras, your liver, kidneys, your brain, everything starts to shut down because your body is filled with stress, because the stress has not been physically removed from your body through therapy. You know what I'm saying? The stress is lodged in your spine and it's in your body, and you need healers to move that stress out of your body so that your spine can realign itself and your body posture can get back to what it's supposed to be, and you can begin to feel good. But if you keep experiencing stressful events and you have not eliminated the old stress in your body, then what happens is the spine begins to send flight or flight signals to your brain. So if you want to move something, if you want to move something forward in life, if you want to do something new, if you want to do something new, if you want to do something positive, there's positive stress that comes along with every new decision that we make. But if you got all this old negative stress from traumatic energy locked in your fucking body, then your spine is like, and your body's like, well, hold on, we can't take any more because your threshold, you've reached your maximum threshold and you haven't moved this old physical energy and stress out of your body. So it makes you in fear. You're unconsciously in fear of moving forward because you're not physically being taken care of. And this is why we need a bag so we can expose ourselves to these healing remedies like network chiropractic care. I wrote an article about it. White people do this shit because white people have the money to do this shit. Copper infused sheets, copper infused mattresses, copper infused robes, copper infused pipes for alkaline water. You know what I'm saying? Copper repels microbes and dust mites and things of that nature. So there are regular sheets. A lot of times where we sleep makes us sick because we sleep for like 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? And we're breathing all that shit in from our body. You know, our body sweats at night and all our body sweat and body soil gets on our sheets. Lint and all this type of shit gets on our sheets. Dust and all that type of shit. We're breathing that shit in. You know, we are helpless when we're sleeping. We're breathing that shit in. You know, all the skin that sheds, you know, we're breathing all that shit in. And it's making us sick and we don't even fucking know it. We don't even fucking know that this shit is making us sick where we fucking sleep. Our pillows, our pillowcases and our sheets and our comforters, that shit is making us sick. Our mattresses are making us sick because it has all this shit in there. And we're breathing that shit in for 8 hours every single day. I think we sleep for 25 years of our lives. So 25 years of our life, we spend asleep. You know what I'm saying? If you add up all the years, if someone lives to like say 75, 80, 25 of those years are spent sleeping. And so for 8 hours every night, we're breathing all this bullshit in because we're using bullshit linen. You know what I'm saying? We need to be using copper infused sheets, copper infused pillowcases. So that's when the linen is actually made out of copper. And the copper, copper, like actual copper, but it's still soft. It's still a fucking blanket, but it's copper infused. And the copper repels and it absorbs the dust mites and it repels the dust mites, it repels the microbes, so you get a healthier sleep. And what that does is that allows your airway to continue to be clear. Your eyes are clear, your vision is clear. You know what I'm saying? Because you're using this white people shit that white people have access to that black people don't know about because we don't even have time to think about this shit because we in the fucking hood and we stuck and we in survival. Even black people out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even in the fucking hood, but I'm having a hard fucking time because all the black people around me, black neighbors, it's gentrification, so they moving out because they can't afford to rent in this motherfucking area. My mom's living motherfucking paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? We can't organize with our own community because we can't even afford to fucking stay here. What the fuck is going on? It's just like slavery. You know what I'm saying? We still chasing white folks. And these white folks on the bills that we chasing are slave owners. They all own slaves. And money is 75% cotton and 25% linen. So we still on a fucking plantation when it comes to getting this money. So what we have to do in order to have the confidence as black folks is we have to understand that money is an asset and separate that white, ugly ass Benjamin Franklin face from the bill, like in our minds consciously, so that we're not constantly worshiping the fucking white man. So that we can actually value ourselves, because it's hard to value yourself when everything you need to depend and survive on looks fucking white. You know what I'm saying? When your money is white, it's hard for your woman to value you as a protector and a provider, because you got to go out and chase paper with white faces on it. So it's hard as a black man to be recognized as anything productive or successful or valuable, because we're not even on the currency. White people don't have this problem. They don't even have to fucking think about this shit, because this is their system. This is their society. They own this. It's white dominated. It's not my fault it's white dominated. I was just born into this shit. But I'm the one that looks fucking crazy for trying to speak out and get my needs known. You feel me? Why does America claim to be the land of the free, but the currency that your people rely on to have a quality life, all of those people on those dollar bills are fucking slave owners? And the money's still made out of cotton, so you teasing us. What the fuck is really going on here? This shit is a motherfucking game. So what we have to do is we gotta get this bag as quickly as possible. We gotta fucking organize. We have to partner up. We have to appoint leaders that can lead us. And we have to cover each other's weaknesses. And then once we come together like this, we can get this fucking paper and then transfer it into assets like property, real estate, stocks, things that are generating passive income, private equity. You know what I'm saying? Buying up businesses, because there's no limit to how much a business can actually make. A business can always scale. Real estate can't always scale because they're not making any more of it. So once all the air is fucking filled up with buildings as tall as they can be built, and once we are done building real estate horizontally and building real estate vertically, you know what I'm saying? Then that's it. Then all we're going to have left is the offices within these buildings, and those are going to be businesses comprised of people with products and services. So we need to own these fucking businesses, because businesses have no limit to what they can appreciate to. And this is why I say it goes back to my initial point. Partner up with a fucking business. Partner up with me. Contribute to me. Invest in me. I know what to do with this bag. I know what to fucking do with it. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to secure these passive income streams. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about saving money. Fuck saving money. That shit don't mean nothing, man. Nobody's talking about making no fucking money. You can only save what you make. So why is the focus on saving money all the fucking time? A nigga at Wells Fargo working behind a desk told me that. Save your money, save your money. I understand saving your money is important. What comes first is making the fucking money. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying? If I need to save $100,000 to be comfortable and I'm only making 20 grand a year, I can't save $100,000 in no time fucking soon. It's going to be impossible. Nigga, it's about making this money. Because people don't have a debt problem. People don't have a savings problem. People have an income problem. Because all your money problems can be solved with making more money. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford something, saving money is not going to help you to afford it. Making more money is going to be able to help you to afford it. And we settling in for these minimum wage jobs. Look, I'm going to cut this shit off. Peace and prosperity to the family. I got to take a motherfucking shit after talking all this motherfucking shit. So that's what I'm about to fucking do. But I'm about to be back on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Taco Bell owes me a motherfucking W4, W2, whatever the fuck it is. And I'm going to get back out on, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to get back out on my grind. And I'm going to secure some of these restaurant clients and shit. All right. Peace and prosperity to the motherfucking family, y'all.